Okay, I figured that before I button all this up, that I would just do a quick video on the explanation of setting the timing and checking the timing marks on a inline 4 2.8. This is in a 2006 Colorado, but I'm pretty sure they go from 2006 to, or 2004, and then whatever years they are for that. After doing a bunch of reading and having some things pretty clear and having some things sort of unclear, I figured I would just do a quick little video and sort of explain some of the things. So, first thing is your camshafts. So, at the back, on top of the camshaft is a flat little spot. They are located on both. So this is flat here. When those are both pointing up, that means that the camshafts are in the number 1 position. The other thing to do is to ensure that you are in the number 1 position, and it'll be hard to see, but down in the bottom of that hole, I don't know if you'll be able to see, the top of the piston is all the way up the top. And down here, there's a little, this one here, let me try and find a spot. So this piece here, where you can see the hole underneath, is the representation of the pin, which represents that the crank is in the number 1, is in the position for top dead center for number 1. Then what you do is there's a timing mark on the phaser right there, which I've marked with the chain there. There's one right there, which I've also marked with paint on the chain. Center link there, which is black. That one's black. That one's black. And then down here in the bottom, you can see on the crank sprocket, there's a dot that is lined up with the black one. Now, that confirms that both your sprockets, the piston, the camshafts, and the crank sprocket are all in number 1 position to accept the chain. Now, where I was getting sort of confused on this was that if you do any reading or watch any videos, they talk about rotating this over to check the timing marks to make sure they all line up. And that's where I got kind of confused. It may just be my ignorance or my uneducation, I'm not sure which one. But I originally thought that they meant the original ones that were for knowing that you were in top dead center to install the chain. But all they actually mean is that because this chain has a certain amount of dark links every so often on this chain, if you spin the engine around, the timing marks will line back up again. So what you do is, if you count, there is there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 links between the 2 dark ones. So if you rotate the crankshaft around 12 times, you will get another set of dark timing marks come up, and there will be one here, one here, one here, and then the appropriate one on the bottom. So I'll show you that right now. All right, I'm going to turn the crankshaft over, and then I'll show you something else that happens. As I'm going around, what you'll want to watch is where this dark link appears after it goes around. And what you'll find is that we go around, this link will move 1 time around. It's actually easier to see it over on this side. So I'll show you here. So we're just gonna start there, made a mark to let me know. So we'll go around once. So we're around 1. and you can see how this has moved over one. But what I'm going to do is, now that we've gone 1, I'm going to do all 12. So that was 1. Okay, so now we've done 2. So now on the second turn, you can see how the dark link has moved over 1 link. So for every 2 that we do on the crankshaft, this moves over 1 link. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got to do this 10 more times, and then this dark link will line up with. So this dark link here will line back up with this dot. So we're going. So there's 3. There's 4. You can now see the dot has moved over 1 more link. And there's 5. There's 6. You can see it move over 1 more. There's 7. 8. And again, lined up. 1 more link over. 9. There's 10. There's 11. And there's 12. So now at 12, you can see that we're 1 link off. So now we'll go around 1 more time. There's 13, 14, lines up, dark link, lines up, and lines up there. So I just need to reiterate or rephrase. I thought it was 6. It's 14. So because if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 2 is 14. So for every 14 turns of the crankshaft, your timing marks will line up again. So if you have any questions about if your timing marks are going to line up again properly, 14 turns on the crankshaft will line up all 3 or all 4 dark links again to confirm timing. So just thought I'd show that to you guys so that you guys can physically see it. And from there, I'm finishing up this job. So hope that helps in understanding the way this is set up and how many revolutions and how that works. So thanks for watching. See you in the next one.